truck is the trailer lights interrupt. You see, here in the United States, whenever we pass somebody and they shine their lights on us, signaling us to it's okay to get over. Now, I don't mean those lazy bastard truck drivers where they shine their bright lights on you because they're too lazy to reach for the switch. I don't like those guys. But those guys that actually turn off their headlights on and off to signal that it's safe to come over. There's a switch in most trucks that you keep flipping back and forth, and that interrupts the trailer lights on the back of your trailer. That just kills all the trailer lights except for the headlights. And you flash that a couple of times, and that's saying thank you for letting me over. Now on this truck here, I have not yet found that feature. Maybe it doesn't have it, I don't know, but if any of you guys could tell me where that switch is, that would be great. And there's also one button over here, switch, that has a tractor logo in a circle, inside a circle, as if it's climbing a hill. I have no idea what that is, but it seems like everything else I pretty much got it. Yeah, did I mention that if I go over 10 miles an hour, there's a warning sign that will let me know to slow down in case I'm not paying attention to the speed limit? Yeah, the computer seems to know, the GPS seems to know when or where the speed limit changes are, which is a good thing. On the Rand McNally, you can actually go on the settings and set to how many speeds over the speed limit, how many miles per hour over the speed limit do you want it to warn you. I usually set mine at 5 miles an hour, but this one here will not do it until it's 10 miles over. I wonder which one lasts longer, the sunrise or the sunset, or they're both the same. I personally enjoy the sunset better than the sunrise. Yeah, I'd like to tell you guys a story about a friend of mine whom I met in Boston somewhere. Anyway, let me begin the story by saying I used to work for a guy named Dan Wallace. He had his own company, and I was working for him, and one day I came to the yard, and he introduced me to a guy named Bruce, and his exact words were, "Hey Johnny, meet our new boss." I said, "What do you mean our new boss? You're my boss." He said, "Nope, not anymore. I sold the company." I said, "What?" So all said and done, he sold the company, and he introduced me to Bruce, and he put in a few good words, and he told Bruce that this is one of my drivers and he's a keeper. So I guess Bruce took me in right away, no questions asked. At the time that I was working for Dan, I was on this dedicated load, hauling a load of veal out of Wisconsin. It had anywhere from a minimum of 5 drops to 12 drops, 10 drops. And it started from, it picked up in Wisconsin. And the first delivery, well, it picked up in Wisconsin Friday afternoon, every single week. And it was just like clockwork. All right. So, picked up Friday, delivered that all the way to Rochester, New York, which was about 800 miles. Now, it picked up in northern Wisconsin, and I would pick it up on Friday. And since my house is right there on route, I took the load home. I took the load home for the night. I would spend the night. I would spend Friday night at the house, leave Saturday early morning.
In 2 miles, turn left onto US 33.
And then I would drive straight through all the way to Rochester, New York, and be there by Saturday night. It was about an 800-mile run every week. The first delivery was at 5 a.m. in Rochester, New York. That was the first drop. Second drop would be somewhere on Albany, New York. Third drop would be somewhere around Boston. I would have 2 to 3 drops in Boston, and all the way to New Hampshire. And I would be empty in North Haven, Connecticut by Monday night or Tuesday morning. I was empty.
In 1 mile, turn left onto US 33.
And get this was more than 10 years ago, and the load paid more than $3 a mile. That was unheard of. $3 a mile. Oh man, that year I grossed $210,000. But I need to back up a little bit. When Dan told Bruce that I was a keeper, and that Dan suggested that I should become an owner-operator, and that I should be put on that dedicated load. So Dan sold me one of his old truck. Anyway, so I became an owner-operator buying Dan's truck. So one day I was sitting in Boston for the night, I guess.
Turn left onto US 33.
I was sitting in the some shipper for the night to pick up a load in the morning, and I met a guy parked next to me named Bob. Oh, I got a phone call. Hold on.